Good evening. I'm Alyssa Hartman reporting live from CNN headquarters in Atlanta. We begin tonight with fast-developing stories out of Washington, the economy, and rising international tensions. Here's what we know right now. Moments ago, senior administration officials confirmed that President Trump is preparing to officially designate Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and top members of his circle as part of a foreign terrorist organization. CNN has learned that U.S. naval vessels have been repositioned in the Caribbean, signaling that Washington is preparing for expanded military options. Public reaction? Growing concern. A new national poll shows that 7 in 10 Americans oppose military intervention. A major political storm is brewing, and we'll have analysis in just a moment. Turning to the economy, despite signs that inflation is cooling, American households say the pressure is far from over. Food costs and imported goods remain stubbornly high, and it's putting stress on President Trump's approval ratings, which have fallen to 38%. The White House has floated new economic proposals, including tariff-funded checks and even 50-year mortgages, ideas economists say come with more questions than answers. A major political breakthrough on Capitol Hill. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history has officially ended. The funding bill passed late last night, sending hundreds of thousands of federal workers back to their offices and guaranteeing they'll receive back pay. But the fight is far from over. Lawmakers remain deeply divided over healthcare and federal spending, setting the stage for another possible standoff. A federal judge has ruled that the Trump administration's deployment of National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. was unlawful. And in another dramatic legal twist, charges against former FBI Director James Comey have been dismissed, raising new questions about the Justice Department and the prosecutor who brought the case. Under intense bipartisan pressure, President Trump has signed a bill requiring the Justice Department to release 100,000 pages of documents tied to Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and the investigation into Epstein's death. Some redactions will remain to protect victims and classified information, but it is expected to be one of the largest releases of federal investigative material in U.S. history. We're also following the growing No Kings protest movement. Organizers say demonstrations erupted in more than 2,700 locations nationwide, calling for the protection of democratic institutions. Political analysts tell CNN it may be among the largest single-day protests ever recorded in the United States. And finally, a cultural flashpoint. President Trump has signed an executive order officially directing agencies to refer to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America and Alaska's Denali Mountain as Mount McKinley. The order is already generating fierce debate across the nation. These stories are still unfolding, and we'll bring you updates throughout the night. Stay with us here on CNN for continuing live coverage, expert analysis, and real-time reporting from our correspondents around the world. I'm Alyssa Hartman. This is CNN. Stay safe and stay informed.